Hey, good morning guys, this is Rocketslane84 here, and today I wanted to shoot you a video showing you how to sharpen your axe. This is a Hultafor's classic hunting axe. It weighs about 2.5 pounds. It has a single bit head. This is hand forged in Sweden. You can see the maker's mark here. It also has a 20-inch American hickory handle, which is a great size, especially if you have a frame backpack, because it'll fit right in between the frame and the bag. And it's just about the same width as my molly too, so it's just perfect for me. Some things you'll need: some running water is great. Also, I'm using the Bare Moo waterstones. This is a 401,000 grain block here, and then I've also got a 3,000 to 8,000 block here. Okay, whenever you start out, you're going to want to use a lower grit, especially if you have a little bit of a bang up on your axe. This will help smooth out anything like that. So I just get set up here at my sink. You'll want to soak this for 10 minutes before you start, and then get you a little running water. One more thing of note, if you have any gunk on your axe head, like some tree sap or anything like that, you can use a sponge to clean it off first. But I've already got this clean, so we'll go ahead and start shooting. So anyway, you want to make sure that your stone is nice and wet first. And grip your axe right here. You'll notice when you lay the block down against the head, you'll be up here on the axe blade. Now you'll notice on most axes they have a convex tip, which means it kind of comes together like this instead of a point. This helps whenever you're cutting down a tree to split the wood instead of just going straight into it. So anyway, like I said, just get your waterstone wet here, and you're going to start at a really low angle, almost touching where your block will be touching the back and the tip at the same time. So I'm just going to start with a nice circular motion. You're not going to apply a lot of downward pressure. You're pretty much just going to be letting the weight of the block itself do the work for you. But you're going to start at a really low angle and then slowly work your way up. And you'll notice when you change that you'll get a little bit of a different sound from the block going against from the stone going against the axe. You want to make sure to wet your stone frequently to make sure that the clogs don't get, or the pores don't get clogged up. Alright, after about a minute on one side or so, you can go ahead and flip it over, start working on the other side. Now, you'll notice that there's a little bit more wear on one side, so we're going to use the other side for this side. It'd probably be easier for me to use this with my left hand if I was a little bit more ambidextrous, but you can still use your right hand like this here. You'll kind of start developing a pattern with your wrist to where you kind of go like like this at the same time, and this will help you get more surface covered when you use the circles like this. hear how it's kind of making a different sound while I'm sharpening as I go. That's because I'm hitting different parts of the edge. Alrighty, that should be good on the 400 grit. If you look at the blade and you still see any kind of slight, chips or bends in it, you can keep hitting that spot. But we're going to go ahead and move up to the 1000 grit, which is on the other side. Make sure you wet it down real good. And when you go up in grit, you can start focusing on the edge a little bit more than the upper part. The 400 grit should take care of this part up here. But as far as getting the edge really sharp, you can start giving it a little bit more angle, and you'll hear a different sound. It sounds a little more gritty, if you can hear that on the video. Alrighty, go ahead and flip her over. Alright, and you can check your progress by testing the edge here, and we are starting to get pretty sharp here. I'm going to go ahead and take it back with the 1000 on the other side. Another great reason for using this method is that your hand won't be too close to the blade. I keep my fingers on the back side here, so you'll see that your fingers are really never that close to the blade, minimizing any injuries. Alrighty, get her flipped over again. This side. Alrighty guys, yeah, we're getting really sharp off that 1000 stone, so I'm going to go ahead and move us up to the 3000. Start on this side. and get her flipped over. Alrighty guys, well that's pretty good for today. You really don't need to take your axis up too sharp. I mean, as long as it's pretty sharp enough to, or at least sharp enough to, you know, take a few hairs off, then you should be good. So, anyway, but yeah, I really like this axe. It's really easy to take care of. Really easy to sharpen, especially if you get you some stones like this. I would never put an axe on a grinder or anything like that. They'll take off too much metal and heat up the blade. So these are great. You can always throw these in your pack too if you want to take them camping, just to keep your axe sharp. But anyway guys, that's pretty much it. When you're done, you're just going to want to wipe the blade down really good. Then I always put some mineral oil on mine and then leave it outside to dry, and it'll help protect the blade next time to keep water and rain off of it. Anyway, I hope you guys liked watching my video. If you enjoyed this, please give me an upvote or subscribe, and I look forward to bringing you more great tips for your homestead and bushcrafting trips. So anyway, we'll see you guys later. Bye.